Monkey D. Luffy, the one and only One Piece packaging here. Pretty stellar, that hat cutout. Come on, this is S.H.Figuarts. This is only the second S.H.Figuarts figure I've had, and I'm very excited for this one as I've become a huge fan of One Piece. There was this little insert that came out of the figure showing the rest of the figures currently available. We got Sanji, we got Zoro. More on those ones, I have some thoughts. The packaging experience for S.H.Figuarts is really nice. They're not trying to be too fancy, they're not taking up all this space, it's very compact, straight to the point. I love it, and maybe best of all, no ties. They got the fabulous tray system I wish everybody would do. So simple, so elegant, so easy. Obviously, the likeness here is phenomenal. They did an incredible job. It looks just like the show. Is it worth $35 though? The sash came off right away. It's just a peg. It doesn't come off too easy, but it's also not on there super great. Looking at Luffy, the head, he's looking down, he's looking up pretty good. The crunch, look at that crunch, folks. Shoulder movement, pretty great. Didn't have to use any shock oil or anything like that. The hat popped off, revealing his unsightly hat hair, but that's alright. The elbows, really good movement there, double jointed. The wrist action, as you can expect, bending that fist around. Move the sash. The legs kick forward really great. They kick back really great. And he does the splits, so tons of movement there. I don't like the diapery hip piece they do, but I guess all the mobility you want. The knees, single jointed. It almost seems like you could move like the back cuff of his shorts, but I guess you can't. I don't know if they're stuck, but it just seems like you should be able to do something with it. The feet, pretty standard, rocking all around. I like how you can do the toe movement with the sandals. The hat comes off, very good sculpt and detailing on the hat. Stellar job there, and it slots into the hair sculpt like that. Fits super nicely, looks great. It's a solid figure. I'm just not sure if it's $35 solid. That's my issue with S.H.Figuarts. It's an incredible looking Luffy though, I can say that. We got flat hands, don't know what they're called, kung fu hands, and he's got kind of reach out and grabby pose hands. He's got a really fierce face sculpt, looks great. He's got a more of a happy face sculpt, and he's got the whoa crazy face sculpt anime. Here's the hatless hair piece that fits on there, so you can take the hat off, fit it together. Pretty cool. Fits nicely. It's pretty cool. I like the interchanging face system, gives you lots of options. And they include other faces with other figures, which is good and bad, as we're going to see later. This hairpiece goes down around his neck, so when there's no hat, it fills out the back a little bit, kind of subtle. So you can see the hat comes off there. Yeah, and you kind of slip it in around the neck area. But you could also use it as a cool bracelet if you want. That's neat. Nobody will know. Nobody knows that's a hair bracelet. Maybe it's fur. We can swap out the hair, so the back piece comes off, of course. Pretty standard for S.H.Figuarts. It's creepy and weird, but it's also very cool to get all these interchangeable pieces and different head sculpts and looks. Here you put the head back on, it just slots in, you got to take it apart like that. Back piece, front piece, goes in there great. I didn't put like the back hair thing on there. It's nice to have, but if you ask me, you don't really need it. And then we're getting into some of his crazy poses. He can do all his Luffy crazy moves. There's no gum attachment or arms. That would have been cool. But look at that high kick. You really do need the aerial flight stand kind of holder to really get the most out of this figure. As we'll see later, he can stand. He has great balance. Here he is spinning around. He needs some food. He's reaching for some food, I bet. You know he likes food. I'm not the best poser, but this figure makes it easy. You can get him into all sorts of cool poses. His crazy shocked face is definitely one of my favorites. Super fun there. They nailed the anime look, captured our Straw Hat Captain perfectly. It looks phenomenal. I really enjoy just looking at this figure. So dynamic. Poser's dream. Look at that. A flight stand would really accentuate it, but he can stand on his own with that crazy high kick. On this pose, I did utilize that extra hair piece, so I guess that's where they get you that $35. It goes in just like this. You take the head off and it goes around that neck joint. It seems kind of superfluous to me, but I guess it helps you get better movement and a better, fuller look, so I'm sure everybody appreciates that. $35, sure, throw in all the extra little hair pieces you can give us. All in all, this figure is worth $35 to me, though I do wish we would get some extra gum accessories, or some food accessories. That would be cool too. I don't regret purchasing this. 35 bucks, it's a steal. So I can recommend Luffy, home run, go out and get it. But if you want the rest of the line, like this stunning Zoro or this Flamefoot Sanji, which I really want, you're going to have to pay $68 for the rest of the line. And they come with extra Luffy heads. So if you want those extra heads, you got to buy all the figures. And it goes even higher, $95 for Yamato. That price makes you go, yikes. It's a stunning lineup, as you can see here. I just don't know if I can go all the way into it. I'm not to this arc yet, but I know I'm going to love it. Kaido kind of makes sense at 240 because he's such a hugely detailed figure. It's just crazy expensive, but I've become such a huge One Piece fan, they'll probably get me. Mostly I read digitally on the Shonen Jump app for like $7 a month, which is a great value, but I just had to get the actual physical books. It's such an amazing series, I can't recommend it highly enough.